Hello and welcome to or back to my channel. Thank you for stopping, thank you for clicking, and thank you for watching. My name is Angel. Today is going to be another video, another VR response, this time to Candy at Candy Soul and Soil. Her amazing tag, Dating the Tarot. I thought that was a really cool tag, so I'm going to do that one today. Yeah, disclaimer, I don't think I've been on a date for like 5 years, so this is probably long overdue, this hashtag. Okay, we'll start with the first prompt, and the first prompt is the cheapskate date. Who did you date because they were cheap as chips? And that for me has got to be the Hush Tarot. So this is an interesting tarot deck, I think. I really like the images. I think I've mentioned before that I'm not particularly an animal deck person, and now I'm kind of showing another heavily inspired animal nature deck, I would say. So I really like the images. I think they're amazing. However, I cannot connect with the tarot meanings to the cards. And then recently I saw a video from, I think the channel name is Peekaboo Rose. I'm sorry if I've said that incorrectly. I will put I'll put the right name here somewhere if it's wrong. Anyway, I saw that she had reordered this deck so that it could work for her, and she kind of looked at the deck and chosen the images that related to the meanings of the cards for her. And so she'd, you know, blacked these out and renamed them and renumbered them. And that, for me, that was like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. I love it. And her descriptions of the way that she looked at the tarot made sense to me as well. So that is my plan, to do exactly the same thing, to reorder the cards so that they work for me. So that's on my to-do list. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and then I'm really looking forward to working with the deck as well. As I said, the images are beautiful. So beautiful. Sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. So yeah, that is my cheapskate date. I edged this deck in like a greeny brown colour, and those are the backs if I didn't show you the backs. Yeah. Okay, the next prompt, the slow burner. The one you weren't sure about on first meeting, but over time you suspect it's turning to love. And that for me has got to be the Zombie Tarot. This is such a great deck. I love it, love it, love it. Perfect for this season that we're in at the moment. Although I don't actually tend to use this for Halloween. I use this all year round because I think it's such a good reader. And it's so much fun. It makes me smile when I get this deck out. Let's do this. I've edged mine in red, by the way. Did I show you the backs? These are the backs. Not reversible, but that's fine. I don't read reversals anyway. So yeah, these are the images. Quite cheeky, fun images that make me smile every time I get the deck out. I get some really good readings with this. You know, it's a bit of a kick in the bum deck. Love the tarot card. I just think this is a really great deck. Really good readings, as I mentioned. I like the Knight of Cups as well. It's really cool. So yeah. And when I first got this deck, I first bought this deck. It was new, but somebody else had it, but they hadn't opened it. And so I bought this this deck from like eBay. And it stayed in the plastic for the longest time. I didn't open it. I didn't feel called to open it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I've made a mistake buying that tarot. You know, I'm not really sure. And then maybe like 6 months later, I opened it. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I open this and start working with it sooner? This is a great deck. So so since then, it's been a very steady and favourite addition in my collection. So yeah, the Zombie Tarot. Okay, the next prompt is the blind date, the deck you dated without looking or thinking. And that, for me, is this deck. This is the Uncommon Tarot. This is a mass market deck. These are the backs. I'm not a big fan of the backs, but you know, that's not a problem, that's fine. It's all good, it's all good. These are gilded in like a silver. This is a really straight shooter for me. This is not a, you know, hold your hand kind of deck. This is a real straight shooter. I love the images, I love the colours. I love this tower card. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is the font on the cards, which is probably my age and the fact that I, you know, should be wearing glasses. I find it a bit hard to read sometimes. Obviously, if it's not, you know, if it's not an image I recognise. This is quite a new deck to my collection as well, so I haven't worked with it particularly very much. It's in rotation at the moment, but I haven't, you know, what should I say, like become well acquainted with the cards, so I need to take a few seconds to think about what I'm seeing, and the text on the, or the font, sorry, on the card is a bit difficult to read at times, I feel. Apart from that, I think the images are amazing. I think they're really beautiful. I love the colours. Colour me happy, colour me very, very happy with this deck. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, that's the Uncommon Tarot. Okay. The next prompt is the rebound date. The one I keep going to break up with but keep being pulled back. And that has got to be the Forest of Enchantment Tarot or Enchanted Forest Tarot. I don't know. I don't know what it's... Oh, well, anyway. Either way, you know the deck I'm talking about. It's this beauty. I love, love, love the artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's just show you the backs quickly. These are the backs. I edged mine in like earthy colours. Contrary to belief, green is not my favourite colour. Anyway, yeah, as I mentioned, this deck is absolutely beautiful. This is not in rotation at the minute, hence the reason it's in order. I've mentioned before that when my decks are out of rotation, I put them back into order so that I reset the deck, and the deck gets to like take a little holiday. I don't know, it's a concept that works for me, and it's you know, I like it, so I do it. I really, really love this. However, I have a bit of a difficulty with the name changes in this deck. The renaming of the some of the cards, that even happens in the suits as well. Let's go even here, for instance. The Forge, which is obviously on the majors, the Liar, the Foley. Let's go to the minors. This, for instance, the Four of Boons. I think the boons are pentacles. This is beautiful. Oh, such beautiful artwork. Yes, that's the pentacles, I believe. Let's move on to this. The challenges, the swords. The spells, the wands. And then we have even the visions, which obviously is the cups. But with the name changes, whenever I lay out the cards, whenever I draw some cards, it takes me out of the reading, out of the moment. That I've got to think, wait, what was this one again? What was this suit? And I feel that's a bit of a shame. As I said, I really love the artwork, and I've even thought about maybe doing the same as I'm going to do with the Hush Tarot, to like, what's the word? You know, rename these cards so that they suit me, or even maybe just have a number and a elemental symbol, so that when I put these cards out, I don't have to take myself out of the moment and out of the reading. So yeah, I'm going to take a think about that. There is a possibility that it might leave my collection, although I don't want to let it go because it's so beautiful. So I'm hoping that, you know, if I added the symbols on, then I could get along with this deck. I'm gonna, you know, do my best. I haven't actually rehomed so many decks in my collection. I'm a great believer that once I've I bought a deck and it's called to me to be able to buy it, then sooner or later it will call to me to work with it as well, even if that's not straight away. So I do tend to, you know, keep on my decks, and the only decks I have rehomed, that's been the, what's that called, that deck? The Ghosts and Spirits Tarot I've rehomed. The Dark Grimoire Tarot, that gave me the heebie-jeebies, so that had to go. And then my first deck, which was the, is it called the Ethereal Visions? I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I just did, that didn't gel for me and vibe for me either. And of course, when you're on, I haven't read for tarot for very long, and when you're, I find in my experience, when you're on your start of your journey, you just want to buy all the decks in all the styles. You just want everything, or I did anyway. So those were definite mistakes for me at the beginning of my tarot journey. I'm a bit wiser now, hopefully, and I've learned what I like and what I want to use. Yeah, so that was that one. Let's have a looky here. Let me look at my notes. How far have we gotten to? Okay, the next prompt, the surprise love affair. It was just okay, but then love took over, so much so that it's taken you by surprise. And that was, for me, the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. This is another one that I bought. Sorry, quick interval for my cat there. He was being a cheeky monkey. Okay, so this was another deck that I bought on eBay. It was still new and in its packaging. And it was the same again. I just didn't open it when I received it. And it sat on my shelf and I used my other decks. And then about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, something like that, I unwrapped it and started taking a look at it. And it was just, it just sang its messages to me. And it's like I said, you know, you hear that calling from the deck to work with it, and you know that's just the right time, and that's I've learned that through some experience over the last 2 years. That just because, you know, you don't work with the deck straight away, you don't necessarily have to rehome it or re-gift it to somebody else. And there's no rush to work with the decks, in my humble opinion. So as long as you've got the space and it feels okay, then I think, you know, we should allow it to take the time it takes. So yeah. So this is a really great deck. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it that I really like the images. I like the art style. I haven't read the books, so that would obviously give a deeper layer to the cards and to the readings if I had. But then again, I also like that, you know, I'm seeing it, what do I want to say, from the perspective of not reading the books. So in some ways I'm kind of on the fence about reading the books. Anyway, that's another story. Yeah, so love this deck, absolutely love it. I still need to edge it, I haven't edged it yet either. And those were the backs. So that was my surprise love affair. Okay, the next prompt is the Not My Type deck. And I think that's got to be the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is the mass market edition or version. These are the backs. I haven't edged it yet, which I've had this deck quite a while now. But I got this deck because of, you know, I watch a lot of TarotTube, and I've heard a lot of people or I've heard a lot of people's opinions on this deck, and I just was really curious and I wanted to try it for myself. I wouldn't say it's my aesthetic, I don't think. It's obviously, well, for me it's not an intuitive deck at all. I do like the images, and I need to do a deep dive, I feel, into this deck. I'm still really curious about it, so it's going to be a definite deep dive, I think, so I can really get into all of the images. I'm taking part just now in a really good hashtag challenge, which is Drop 'em 78 challenge. I'll leave the details here somewhere and possibly in the comments. And that's a really great challenge. It's like working with one deck for 78 days in a row, one card at a time, obviously, and really, you know, really taking the time to look at the image and to look at just specifically that deck and the interpretations that creator has used in the deck. So I could definitely think about doing maybe that kind of thing with this deck. A definite deep dive with it. I do really like the art style. I like the fact that it is black and white, but there's that splash of colour. Antlers, that's very interesting. So yeah, we'll have to see how that one goes. I've got no intention of you know, gifting it or moving it along. It can sit in my collection and call to me when it's ready for us to do our work together. The Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay, the next prompt, the I may have to delete your number deck. That is a deck that I got at the beginning of my tarot journey, and as I mentioned, I just saw these decks and I was, you know, I need that deck. I really want to try that deck. I want to try that deck too, and that deck too, and that deck too. So I bought this deck, and I don't work with the Fae. I don't work with Fae energy at all. But that time could come. I cut the borders off of this deck because there was an extra border around the cards, which was a different pattern to the actual card, which I found quite, a little bit too much. So I cut the borders off, and that's as far as I got with this deck. I don't think I've even done a deck dialogue with it. I think the images are really beautiful. I still wonder if maybe there's too much going on in the card for me. Maybe if these borders came off, that could be an option. I feel like my eye doesn't know where to look. It's looking at the keys, it's looking at the wings, it's, you know, it's looking at the colour, it's looking at the title. It's I find it maybe a little bit too confusing for my eyes, or just too much generally. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I experience the deck. I do really like the images, as I've mentioned. Yeah, and you know how I feel about working with decks when it's time and not being in any rush. Love this tower card. So I'll have to see. Only time will tell, but it's beautiful. Yeah. So yes, that is the Faerie Tarot. Let's have a looky here. Where are we up to with the prompts? The Stormy, no, sorry, the Forever Love Tarot, the Love Affair Tarot. No, oh, sorry. Let me do that again. The next prompt is the Forever Love Tarot, and I just realised that I didn't actually pull that deck out because I've shown it so many times that I don't know. I forgot to take it out, so I'm going to take it out right this second. Amuse yourself for a few moments. This is my Forever Love Tarot, and it is the Rainbow Moon Tarot. I have shown this one before. I think I've probably shown it twice before. Oh, I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space. bear with. I think you can hear my cat. He's keeping you entertained in the background. Okay, this one has got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rainbow gilding, which I absolutely adore. These are the backs. This is my Forever Love Tarot. It just sings its messages to me. I love the art style. I love the colours. Yeah, I really enjoy the guidebook. I wouldn't say that the guidebook has got a massive information, or that it's, you know, it's a really deep guidebook, but the messages for me are completely on point. I really enjoy it. Really, really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what more I can say about this deck that I haven't said already in my other videos. Check out the other videos if you'd like to hear some more about my favourite deck. Yeah, so that's that one. That's the Rainbow Moon Tarot. Okay, the Stormy on-off deck. Yeah, that is the Crow Tarot for me. And this is a really daft reason that, you know, it's a Stormy on-off lust and fighting relationship here. This is the mass market version. These are the backs. And I've edged mine in like a brownie, yeah, brown colour, cat hair. Yeah, so this is a really beautiful deck. I love the art style. I like the images. I think they're absolutely beautiful. My problem with this deck, which is going to sound really daft, and I don't even want to admit it because it's so silly, so silly. Let's fast forward and find the cards. The problem I have with these cards are, 3 cards actually, is that, here's the first card, the World card. This lion, I don't have a problem with lions. They're beautiful. I love lions. I wouldn't want to meet one in a dark alley on a dark night. But I do really, really like lions. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry, my cats are acting weird. Just wanted to double check what was wrong with them. Okay, sorry, back to the story, back to the deck. So yes, check out the line in that picture. Check out the line in this picture, Queen of Wands, and check out the line in this picture, the King of Wands. And it's such a silly reason. I know it's a really silly reason, but for me, this is like a copy paste, or just like the same image. And I think, really, it's kind of like, it really nags at me. It's like, you know, when you've, like, you know, been to the dentist and had your tooth worked on, and your tongue keeps going back to that tooth in your mouth, and you just can't stop fiddling with it. And it's like a niggly nagging thing of this card, that it's like, I wanted different images of a lion. It's very silly. And apart from that, this deck is beautiful. I really like it. I haven't worked with it so much because of that reason, because it niggles me. But apart from that, all the rest of the cards, I mean, I'm not very good at maths, but what's that? 75 cards are amazing. And it's just those 3, so really it's very silly. So, you know, I need to sort myself out, get over it, and use this deck, because it's beautiful. So that's that. The Crow Tarot. Okay, where are we up to? The Friends with Benefits deck. The deck without any commitment, the one that just slots back into your life like you've never been apart. And that for me is this beauty, the Textured Tarot. This is an indie deck. This is not in rotation for me at the minute. But as the prompt suggests, it's a card that can just be, I love this Magician, I love it. This deck is just a deck that slots back into my life. And I think the images are amazing. I love the art style. amazing. It's fantastic. I love the Hermit. It's a lady. The crone energy. I think you can hear my kitty cat in the background again. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. I love this tower. I think it's so beautiful. Look at this like cracked glass. But even still, you know, maybe the positive coming out of a bad situation, depending how you want to read the tower. Yeah, this is just a beautiful, beautiful deck. Kitty girl, sweet. Sorry about my kitty cat. I really love this Queen of Pentacles as well. Actually, a funny story with this Queen of Pentacles. I was working with some air clay, making some things for my altar, and I'd been working the whole afternoon. I'd taken an afternoon off work and decided I was going to just treat myself and, you know, do exactly what I wanted to do and you know, just take some time for myself. And I made these air dried clay items that I really was looking forward to making. And once I'd made them, I wanted to do like a, you know, a draw, a small reading. And this was the card I pulled, actually, which I thought was really cool, considering that she's also, obviously she's not using air dried clay, but, you know, she's still creating, and I just thought it was a really cool card to pull. Yeah, that's another story. So yeah, so that's the Texture Tarot. Beautiful deck. I love the King of Wands. I think he's amazing. It's so beautiful. And take a look at this Nine of Cups. I mean, that's just amazing. It's so good. And this is beautiful as well. Oh, I just love this deck. And yeah, let's not talk about him. I just love this deck. These are the backs. I haven't edged mine. Yeah, that's obviously maybe something that needs to be done. Why have I not edged that? That's also bizarre. Oh, hey ho, moving on swiftly. So yeah, that was that. That's the hashtag dating the tarot. My first date, can I say, in 5 years? I'm not going to say that. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, please drop a comment in the comment section if you know have these decks, or if any of these decks would appear on your dating the tarot list. Yeah, please like, please subscribe if you want to. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day or evening wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.